さあ、いよいよメインクエスト天の翼やっていきましょうか。まだまだバールのショックから立ち直れないんだが多分いろいろことを進める前にゾウと話してからって言ってたからちょうど夜明けだ。いるか。あれなんかすごい、あれこんな感じだっけ。なんか変わってる。お待たせゾウ。
Over here, Aloy.
はい。そうだな、まずはバールを弔うって言ってたもんね。
We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower, gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy.
マジか。
I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him.
本当にどれだけ救われたか。
For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl.
さよならバール。
I promise to look after them. I'll try to visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
バールを弔うってこれゼロゾーンの時にもあったな。ちょっと冒険を進めるとゼロゾーンの時はロストを弔うだったと思うけど、 そう、今までの冒険の様子をロストに聞かせたりとか、そういうのがあったな。バールもそういう感じであれかな、何か語り聞かせたりするのかな、アロイから。よし。ああね。何気ない会話いいよね。サンウィング。ああ、そうだそうだ。ああ、スカイドリフターじゃなくてサンウィングだった。オッケー。あと、ベローバックだけ素材が足りなくてまだオーバーライドできてないんですけど、他のやつね、もう結構機械炉とかも行って、オーバーライドできるものも増えてきましたね。
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
なんかおしゃべりが増えてる。宇宙のゴミどもをぶっ倒してやる。
Think you can manage things here while I go help Akaro?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay. How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair.
Oh.
Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
姉ちゃんの時は結構ひどい状況
We'll
だっ
be
たけ
facing
ど。
Spectre drones soon. Aaron and Katayo have fought them before, so
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills.
スペクター強い
Aaron
んだ
moves
よ
like an
な。
oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
ああ見えてって。
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tenakth. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets.
よし、こんなもんかな。
I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
もう誰も失わないようにしないとな。アルバ。
Aloy. Aloy. I'm glad you're here.
あれ
I
これ
wanted
この
to.
前
I
聞い
didn't
た
really
ぞ。
know what to.
Thanks, Alpha. Tilda's the one who rescued me.
Did she say
She knew she was willing to.
これはあれ
where
だ
I
な。
come from? I'd be careful.
セーブされてないんだな、きっと。
Have you looked?
There is much to sort through, and I've given more. The overseers is
あー、
great,
これも
so
前
I
と同
started
じ。
but it's a split.
Okay.
I doubt, but
No, but it's worth.
オッケー。
I gotta go.
I'll try.
で、ウタルの守護者ゲット。あとコターロかな。コターロとエレンドだ。あれ、エレンドがいないな、そういえば。あ、いたわ。おしゃべりがないだけか。
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course. Don't mention it.
ああ、ちょっとだけ仲良くなったのかな。よし、拠点がある山の頂に行く。この外に出るたびにこのブワーッと開かれた世
Okay,
界いいよ
I
ね。
need to find a sunwing to override.
OK?
Better head up the mountain.
どこ？この山の上だよね。で普通に登れるな。よし。オッケー。あれ BGM がやんだんだが。サンウィングそういえばそうだな。今までなんだかんだオーバーライドできてなかったやつか。そういえば。なんかスカイドリフターとかもできてないんじゃなかったっけ？あれ違ったっけ？なんか1個の機械炉で結構いっぱい増えるから分かんなくなっちゃうんだよね。何ができて何ができてないのか。
Good. There are sunwings up here.
OK。
We'll have to approach them quietly.
サンウィングの生息地。
I'll keep these on me.
そういえばコターロが言ってたな、この上の方にサンウィングとかいるぞって。だからこいつら相手に腕試ししてるんだって。サンウィングをオーバーライダー。
Got it.
OK。 サンウィングに乗る？これおい空飛ぶんじゃねえか。おいおいおいおいおいおい、本当にと嘘でしょ、空飛んだ。バレルロール。
Whoa! Head rush.
すげえ。
I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication missions referred to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
移動に革命が起こったんだが今。やばい、ちょっと1枚1枚。いや完璧でしょ、これは完璧でしょ。もうちょっとやばーい、空飛んじゃったんだが。うわー、待って、ログの位置間違えたわ。なんかいつもこの辺にやってたような気がする。なんかこれあれだな、もう今回のサムネ候補だな。でも絶対これからいいサムネ候補のムービーとか出てきそうだけどな。うわー、すげえ、空飛んだ。すげえ、マジかよ。ちょっと衝撃がすぎるぞ。空飛べんのか。はあ、降りるときはどうすりゃいいんだ。あれだ、シールドウィング、シールドウィング。すげえ、空飛んじゃった。かっこいいな。うわしかもこの下のマーク、今左下に出てるマークからして、これいつでも呼び出せるんじゃないか、ひょっとして。マジですごいな。
There's a Tallneck.
はい。
Need to get on top of its
頭
head.
に寄りましょう。わかりました。まるで減速し、空中でホバリング。止まれるんだ、しかも。R2 長押してなるほどなるほど。ホバリング移動もできると。わー、すげえ。もういろいろ楽しんでる間に BGM が一回終わっちゃったよ。よし、こっから降りるには多分。
Know how to land this thing.
こうじゃん。このネックの上に降りる。どうやって降りればいいんだ。鳥ごと降りるしかないのか、これ。シールドウィングで降りる感じが。お、着陸する。オッケー。なるほど。よし、オーバーライド完了。
Okay, Tilda, I've overridden the Tallneck.
そう、ここずっと謎だったんだよね。
Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
はいはいはいはい。へえ、素晴らしい。来い、サンウィング。
Whoa!
こりゃすごい。たまらんな。これはすごいわ。楽しい。超楽しい。おー。よし、このまま ホルツのエネルギーセルまで行こう。すごいな、なんかゼルダのスカイウォードソードずっとやってたけど、あれみたいあれの鳥みたい。ホライゾンも進化してんなあらゆるところで進化を感じる。
Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the grove. I hope Hikaru and this Noct can hold out a little longer.
ああ、本当だ。うわー、トレマータスクもいる。しかもトレマータスクはレガーラエディションのトレマータスクだ。何を言ってるかわからねえと思うが私飛んでるの。これでも着陸するときは一回地面まで近づかないとダメな感じなの。回収する。おお、普通にこのまま回収できるのか。おおよしよし。あ、すごいな。
Tonic should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from the horse I fly to. It'll be useful. Even after I deal with Regala.
なるほど。あ、この状態でも使えるんだね、フォーカスは。ご覧ください。左手に見えますのはなんだっけ熱波の一族だ。熱波じゃない、なんだっけ、砂漠だ、砂漠の一族。はあ、すごい。なんかこれもう飛んでるだけで楽しいんだけど。待ってろレガーラ、お仕置きに行ってやる。これバツを押すと羽ばたくんだけど、これなんか意味あんのかな。速くなったりはしなさそうだけど。そしてこの羽はソーラーパネルになってたんだね。よし、お、ムビだ。
Regala's inside. Hikaru will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
くらえ。どうだ。よし。いいね。
Is that? It's Aloy.
私です。
She flies in the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned. Push through.
ああ、ここの方がサムネ映えしそう。
End of the line, Hikaru.
とまた
Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the
また追い詰められてる。
spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
貴様の相手をしに来た。さあ、正々堂々戦うがいい。
Enough bloodshed!
え、
Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
あの時とは逆だな。あ、降りるの？あ、降りちゃう。
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine.
鎧が
I
出装
accept
備に戻
your
ってるんだが。
challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
おお。 マジで一騎打ちだこれ。あ、マジで一騎打ちだこれ。よし。あ、いてなんで。あ、そんな下に降りられない。ここで戦うしかないと。こういうことか。しょうがねえな。シールドも使っちゃうもんね。私は不使用に分かったんだぞ。騒ごとき何するものぞ。よいしょ。よいしょ。でも怖いんだけどこの人なんかずっと叫んでる。で、あ、よっしゃー、ケイ。おわ。強っ。あれ長球だよな。長球をあんな速度で引き絞るなんてすごいな。あ、
Grab this on the go.
どこ見る。あ、いたいた。マークしてあいつプラズマ使ってくるんだけどやば。あ、しかも避けやがる。やば。戦技使ってくる。あいつマジやばい。ちょっとこっちの戦技は今使えないんでやめてもらって。よし、とりあえず頭に当ててく。これは前乗り回避。いいぞ。集中。あ、頭出して。そうだ。おほー、避けられたかな。ああ、突っ込んじゃった。こういう時にこそさ、盾が欲しい。なんでできないんですか。それは卑怯だと、そういうことですか。ならばしょうがない。強え。ボルト強え。うわ、スパイクする方は投げてくる。それは汚いですよ。しかもね、降りてこい。降りてきた。あー、ちょっとバーサーカーすぎる。
Yeah, it is.
あんまり来ないでほしい。来いよ。ボルト強っ。これ対人戦最強まであるな。あ、待って。頼む、ここでは晴れてくれ。よし、やっと晴れた。あ、これでこっちで。あー、まだダメだ。よし、いいぞ。リロード。やば、この盾めっちゃ頼もしい。あ、やばい、こっちゃった。やばい、それはまずいって。おわい。危ないよね。カモン。おお、振り向きざまに打ってくるとか、ちょっと技術性能が高すぎるので。よし、リロードして。あ、いいね、爆発までちゃんと。痛い。これの戦技は、ボルトの戦技は確か全部あれか。 連続バースとスプレッドブラスト、ウルトラショットってなんだっけ、これやってみよう。危ない。今リロードで、ちょっと待ってください。レガーラさんちょっとだけ待って。でオーバーシールドが発動できる。おお強い強い強い。でここでリロードしてで今有利ゲージがなくなっちゃったんで普通に打つだけでも強いからな。強すぎるんだよこれマジで。あとはもう爆発させよう。ドーンマジしぶとい。ふい。あ、ダメだ。よっしゃ、けボルト強すぎワロタ。はあ、強かった。
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlicks and cowards.
実際アーロイがいなきゃなんとなくアーロイやられてそう。
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
いや、殺すのがそう一番楽ではあるだろうけど。
Maybe that's exactly what I need.
そうなんだよ。
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
そうだね。まあ多分一回生かした結果こうなったからちょっとこっち側に来るかわからないけれども、そう別の敵がいるからね。ちょっと真の敵との戦いに向けて一緒に戦ってくれないかな。お願い。
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad.
君の軍団が欲しい。
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours.
うまくいった。
Are mine.
うまくいったぞ。よし。
Meet us at our stronghold in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
拠点来るのこの人ひょっとして。
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
どっちだこれブーイングにもちょっと聞こえたけど、でも拳振り上げてたからイエーイの方か。オセラ
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the outlander who defeated Regala.
How?
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
Silence かな?
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
Oh!
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead.
お、新しい
Keep
鎧
you safe.
でも今結構強い鎧つけてるからな。見た目がめっちゃかっこよかったら考えよう。いやでもヘカーロ族長からわざわざ譲り受けた鎧だしな。よし。
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
久しぶり。
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
やっと出ましか、サイレンス。
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship.
知識を人質に取るのは非常に効果的ですね。特にサイレンスについては。
Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Don't be late. かっこいいぜ。ついにサイレンスを手玉に取り始めたな。あれなんだああ、ロード。
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I
すご
can.
いな。みんな来るのか、拠点に。
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before
あ
I
あ、
head
そうだ
back.
ね。なんかいよいよな感じするな、これ。ちょっとサブクエとか出てきちゃったやつがあるから、それこなして最後の任務に行く感じかな。あ、で、その前にあれだけ見よう。もらった鎧だけちょっと見てみようかな。テナークスの立証者。ほうほうほうほう。ああ、悪くはないか。あ、違う、こっちだ。テナークスの高潔な勇士。ヘカーロ族長から贈られた防具。平和の守護者として彼が心から信頼するものしか着用できない。あー、レゾネーターブラストがプラスになってるのか。ちょっと迷うね。なるほど。ちょっと一回。頭防具とかどうなってんだろう。ちょっと一回つけてみよう。ああ、なるほど。なかなかいいじゃない。ああ、うわ、迷うな。もう今まであった集中のスキルがなくなっちゃったんだよな。どんぐらい、結構減っちゃった感じだな。強化次第だな。拠点戻ってちょっと強化して、どっちの方が優れてるか確認してからって感じかな。せっかくだし、ちょっと拠点に戻るだけ戻ってみるか。この防具で。
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles.
Silence かな。
I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
OK。
Got it.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's,
ティルダか。
coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
本当に拠点に来るのか、この二人。サイレンスが同じ拠点、レディーファーストです。
Oh no, you first.
おもろ。お互い譲らずって言った感じだな。へえ。
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
やば、次絶対ラストミッションじゃんこれ。ちょっと今回はもうおのおののおしゃべりを聞いて、でサブクエちょっと残ってるかもしれないからそれやって次のパート、次の次かな。お。
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
Might be a way to deal with my anger.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests.
そうだね。
I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about.
いやー、私
I
自
was
身
half
驚きました。
expecting you
空
to
飛べ
burst
ちゃうん
in
だ
through
もん。
the ceiling riding a sunwing.
ああ、それもよかったな。
Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he?
まあサイレンスっぽい
Ready
っち
to
ゃサ
head
イレン
over
ス
to
っ
the
ぽい。
Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something.
Oh.
She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
なかなか答える評価だな。
Definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
正直ちょっと見てみたいけどね。あの二人が喧嘩するの。
You flew?
ねえ、
Kotala
すごい
told
っしょ。ね、
me
私
and
も
took
驚い
out
た。
Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon, Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to
もう
the
少しか
Zeniths?
な。
Almost. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it
あ、そうだ、レガーラもいるんじゃん。
like Regala here?
ちょっとみんなと喋りたいね。
The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
まあ否定はしないけど。
We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
これ多分全部聞こえるように喋ってんだろうな。
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
心がないって泣いちゃうよ、サイレンス。
You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn.
シーヨさんですかね。
Immortals with lethal drones at their command too.
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones.
いや、そうだろ
But
う
now that
な。
she's here, all I feel is a vague
テ
unease.
ィルダなら大丈夫じゃないか
I
な。
don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths or just scared of her.
両方なのかもしれない
Probably
な。
both.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
はい、お願いします。さあ、新しい人たちとも話してみたいな。どこにいるの？ここは私の部屋？ああ、よかった。サイレンスここにずっといないで。同居することになるかと思った。ここ
Did you need something?
びっくりした。何どこにいんの？どこにいんの？
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants for you.
ありがとう、エレンド。
I just know they meant a lot to you, and well.
古い仲間たちが仲良くしてるのはこう心が温まるね。
Aloy, you came back with some interesting.
面白いやつがそれが入ってきたな。正気か。
Wish I could say we don't need them, but Silence and Tilda are here for a reason.
そうなんですよ。
Even Regala.
Yeah, enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right.
いい言葉を知ってるね。
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
どこにいんの、サイレンス。
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the
もう
ground.
少し我慢して。
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face
わ
of
から
his
なくはないけど。
after everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me.
あー、気になります。
flew.
ね、でもみんなでさ、
I've
飛
been
んだ
busting
ら
my
ちょっと
balls
楽し
trying to
そ
learn
う
to
だよ
read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Well, you know where to find me.
サブクエ関係早く終わらして早くやりたいな、続き。ちょっと気になりすぎるぞ、続きが。で、どこにいるんだって？この下なわけがないよね。いや、これ多分メインクエに行っちゃうな。ここはもともとベータがいたところだけど。おう、ムービーがあった。
This place smells.
わお
No sand or wind.
あんたここにいたの
And the others up there. Your squad.
まあ
They can hold their own. As for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
最強の敵が最強の味方になった。すごく熱い展開です。ヘカーロに対する反乱、結構プライベートなこと聞いちゃうけど、お願いします。
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example.
それはまた。
It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tanakh.
まあ確かにレガーラのことは裏切ったかもしれないけど、テナークスのことは裏切ってないんじゃないかな。
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them. And they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics than mine, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy.
やっぱ殺しときゃよかったか
He
らこ
should
い
have
つ。
been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tanakh.
It was an insult. No outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor, bear our marks.
私も今目の前で同じことをし
And
てし
then
ま
a
っているんだ
Karja
が。
messenger was brought before us. That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the sun.
カージャの使者。
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly, the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tanakh would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid, with him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with Oseram mercenaries.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted a group of outlanders?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed them. But they offered me the chance to run the Karja down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Akaro and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort with the enemy. A tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hakaro, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
まあいろいろと感じることは非常にあるんだろうが。
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see
怖いってこの人。
But if I'm to die in battle,
ほ
then it might as well be with the
レガーラが出れた。
wings of the ten.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
よし。OK。とりあえずこれでレガーラもお話終わり。帰ってきたな。あ、なんか無線データがある。あ、やばい。なかなか終われない。アーロイとガイ、あ、これベータのやつだ。アーロイとガイアにヘファイストスを捕まえる方法を見つけるよう頼まれた。成功の可能性は限りなくゼロに近いけど考えてみることにした。理由はヘファイストスの機械を作る力がなければゼニスに太刀打ちできないから、そして他にどうしたらいいかわからないからってところ。まずは問題の概要から。他の副次機能と同様、ヘファイストスもガイアがシリウスから信号を受信したとき疑似的に知覚を得た。ガイアがハデスを止めるために自爆した時も逃げ込めるところを求めていった。でも他の副次機能が物理プロセッサに逃げ込んだのに対して、ヘファイストスは世界中の機械路とつながっている地球規模のネットワークに隠れた。プロセッサに収まらなかったからなのか、自分が慣れ親しんだコード環境を求めたからなのか。いずれにしてもヘファイストスはネットワークに潜んだことで屈折した使命を実行に移せることになった。カリードからテラフォーミングシステムを守るために機械路の生産施設に侵入し、戦闘機械を製造し、それを人間に放つ。効果は絶大。カリードが殺戮機械を倒すのに慣れてきた頃には、ヘファイストスはもっと大きく、重装備で危険な機械を作るようになっているはず。でもこれは余談に過ぎない。一番の問題はヘファイストスが一箇所にとどまっていないってこと。だからアーロイがヘファイストスを見つけてもアイテルやデメテル、ポセイドンのようにマスターオーバーライドを使ってガイアのカーネルに入れられない。どこの機械路にでもすぐ逃げ込めてしまう。だからどうにかして機械路のコアにでも閉じ込めてネットワークへの接続を遮断しないといけない。でもどうやって？少なくとも今は何も思いつかない。さらにガイアのデータによるとヘファイストスは変化しているみたい。なんでそんなことになってるかわからないけど、コードベースが拡大している。これは深刻な問題かもしれない。まずヒューリスティックの密度が上がることでおそらくガイアが吸収しにくくなる。そして何よりヘファイストスが自分自身を書き換えられるってこと。少なくとも部分的には可能なはず。だとしたら恐ろしすぎる。もしアクセスプロトコルも書き換えられていたら、これ以上はもう考えたくもない。ベータ。でも今考えればそんなにハードルがあったのにもかかわらずやれちゃったってのはすごいな。あれこっち側行ったことないの？
Just you wait, Barb. They're taking those space lights down.
こ こが私の部屋。あ、なんかある。
Focus.
あ、バールのフォーカス。
It's Pearls.
何の疑いもなく受け入れて
No
くれた
Nora
よ
would
ね。
ever accept one. Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed.
うん。
He refused to let me push him away.
あの反応は興味深かった。あ、まだなんかある。証。
With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win.
いいじゃん、受け取っとこう。で、槍とかがあって。ああ、コタロウ。後ろになんかあるんだけど。
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping
そ
Regala
の反
around,
応ちょっと気になる。
but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you,
ありがとう。
Akutama.
ちょっとそこだけ心配してた。
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes, only more persistent.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses.
これはティルだから
Without
説
an
明があ
army
り
of
ます
our
と。
own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say, you have more than earned my trust.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't
そ
bleed
れ
at
は
all.
驚けよ。
Honestly, with her, nothing would
ど
surprise
んな
me.
イメージだよ。
Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it.
デッカさんがね、語
Like
り
the
継いで
deeds
く
of
れ
the
るって言
Ten
ってたから。
themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me,
あのね、
how did it feel?
楽しかっ
I
た。
won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
すごく楽しかった。
I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
濃密だな。すごくいろんな面をいろんな人が見せてくれる。で、
There's Gwen stuff in here now.
ああ、
Must be all of us.
ここにもいない。一体どこにいるんだ。あ、いたいたいたいたいたいた。お前こんなとこにいたのか。
So, you return. Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
日々の善行ってやつか。
I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings.
話が早くて助かりますね。
Ask away.
さあ、聞くがいい。
When were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
どこまでもこうつってきな。クエン。
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shit.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain. Like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months.
最初に出てきてだいぶね、影に潜んでたからな。
You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, you, or rather the sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Regalla.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agreed to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
とにかく
All right,
用意は万
Silence. I
端に
think I've
頼み
talked
ま
to you
す。
long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
仲がいいんだか悪いんだか。で、そのティルダさんはどこに行ったんです？こっちはあれだよね。通路だから違うよね。ティルダはあれか、もう上の方にいるのか、ひょっとして。あー、じゃあ次回かな。よし、サブクエ関連いろいろ終わらせたら、いよいよ最後の得意点向かいましょう。